Hey, hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. Sorry for the background noise. You're on top of my ice machine, but I needed to record this and this is working. I just made myself a coffee. Well, it's an iced latte. I changed it up and I did not use oat milk today. I used whole milk because I was like, why not? Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Okay, so this is, as you can see, a read it or unhaul it video. I know many people have done this and I am being directly inspired by Olivia. Jessica, dude, shut up, okay? She's my muse, my inspiration. But I do want to do this because, sure, I could just unhaul these books, but I think this is a funner way to do it. So I filmed my shelves for Patreon and they voted and I tallied them up, and I actually did have to put up a poll because there was a tie between which book would be the second one I would read, because I'm trying to get this done within a week, so I'm only choosing 2 books. So the first one is already selected and I need to go get that, and then I need to go look on Patreon to see which book won the poll. So hold please. The winner that was like by a landslide was Can't Spell Treason Without Tea by Rebecca Thorne. I got this cute paperback when I was in San Antonio at the Nowhere Bookshop, and so I have heard from many people that this is a really fun, cozy fantasy. So I'm excited, and it's not super long. It's about 335 pages. So I really hope that I like this because it's very cute. And Tor was so kind to send me the next one in this series. It has orange sprayed edges, so it would be nice if I could keep these and keep them together. And the second one, so it was a tie between Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, aka Shauna McGuire, or One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Which one do you think won? Into the Drowning Deep. I've wanted to read this because I've heard it's very scary, or very spooky, at least unsettling, chilling, and it is spooky season. So this is, let's see how long this one is. 436 pages, but a good sized font. And so I think this is about, is it about mermaids? Creepy mermaids? Or maybe not. This just says, okay, there's a voyage to the Mariana Trench to film a mockumentary bringing to life ancient sea creatures of legend. Oh, it was lost at sea. Some call it a hoax, others call it a tragedy. Now a new crew has assembled. Some seek to validate their life's work. Some seek the greatest hunt of all. Some seek the truth. But for ambitious young scientist Victoria Stewart, this is a voyage to uncover the fate of the sister she lost. Whatever the truth may be, it will only be found below the waves. So I already have a healthy fear of the ocean, as we all should, okay? Because we don't belong there. I would prefer a pool over the ocean. And yeah, I've just heard really great things about this. One of my patrons was like, I have not been able to forget that book, and it increased my already sizable fear of the ocean. I'm like, great. So these are the books that I will be reading, and I really do hope to enjoy both of these and be able to keep them. And then on the next installment, I'll have my patrons choose another 2 books. So that's what I'm about to do. I went to Pilates this morning, and I'm doing sprints with Olivia, but not till 2, and it's currently 11:35. So I'm gonna take my coffee and I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna start this while I snuggle with the Nigel, and I'm gonna read for at least an hour. I do wanna get a little bit of, get up and make my dense bean salad before the sprint's at 2. So hopefully I can make a good dent in an hour. That'd be nice if I could get like 50-ish pages read. So that's the video. Welcome in, and go ahead and make your predictions now. Do you think that I will enjoy either of these books, or do you think I will be unhauling them? Watch the video to see. Hey, it's, I was gonna say Tuesday, it's not. Thursday. So yesterday I did not get to 50 pages like I wanted. I only got like 34 pages, and I like what I've read so far. It's not much. We got lesbians, got magic, there's a mention of dragons, and tea. Cool. So yesterday my back started to hurt, and I went bowling last night. It was already planned. Probably not a good idea because my back is worse. and standing up is not as bad, but it's pretty sore. So I was supposed to do a Pilates class today, but I rescheduled it for next week. So hopefully some time on the heating pad and some light stretching and moving around will help. So right now I just had breakfast. Hopefully you don't see anything in my teeth because I had dense bean salad for breakfast. That's been my thing. And right now I am heating some water for tea. No, I don't have a kettle. I know. Every time I make tea, because I don't do it every day, I'm more of a coffee girly, but every time I make tea, I'm like, I need to get a kettle. And then I don't. So then I have to warm it on the stove. Better than warming it in the microwave, right? Anyway, I'm making some tea. That's what I'm in the mood for. I know. Kettle. Oh, my battery is gonna die, so pretend I'm just making I think I have an Irish breakfast. Actually, I have some Earl Grey. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, catch you later. It got worse. I just got up and was like walking around because the doctor said not to just sit in the bed because I'll get all stiff. I'm like, I was just up, but I feel like I need to get up again. But anyway, I didn't reach the halfway point. I'm about 138 pages. Halfway would be like 160 some, excuse me, 160 something, but I'm pausing. I don't know how to feel about this. Like it says a cozy fantasy steeped with love. Here's the thing. So this is an established relationship between two women, one who is like a mage and the other who works for the queen. She's like a queen's guard. And so like they technically run away together to start this life and make a bookstore that also serves tea. While that sounds great, and I really enjoy that part, hearing them put the bookstore together and about the tea, I feel like for this to say can't spell treason without tea, I was expecting way more. I don't know, I'm not some tea connoisseur myself, but just like descriptions of the tea, more talking about sourcing the tea, just like a lot of talking about it. And it's mentioned obviously, and they make tea, but I don't feel like there's a lot in there. And then we did get, you know, obviously they got some books. And I'm sure that a lot of people like this because it doesn't focus on those elements as much. Like, there's still other things going on. There's still stakes because she ran away from the Queen's Guard. And the other one is, like, the mage. And so, she has responsibilities. And so there's, like, those things. Like, is the queen going to come hunt her down? So there's, like, the looming threat. I really enjoy it when it's them talking, when they've been building up, like, the renovations for where they did the shop. But I just, like, I don't know, I want more descriptions of tea. Like, I don't know how to explain that any better. Also, I think, while I'm interested in the story, one, I don't feel that invested in the two characters. Like, I won't say they feel the same. Although we alternate from their POVs, but, like, I don't know if they're that distinct, but they're not super similar. Also, I don't feel, like, I feel like it's very much tell you, not show you their love. Like, okay, we get it. They keep saying, I love you. You don't have to earn me. I'm here. I love you, blah, blah, blah. But, like, their relationship just feels to me. And lastly, I don't know if I love Rebecca Thorne's writing. It feels very, I don't think it flows well. So I don't know. I don't want to give up on it because I'm interested to see what happens. But I feel like I should have already been further in this than I am. But I keep stopping because her writing, I don't know, it just doesn't like, it doesn't flow for me to be like, ooh, I just want to keep reading this. Like, I'm like, okay, let me put it down. Let me put it down. Let me put it down. So I don't know. I may read a little bit more later. It's only like maybe 5 o'clock, but I'm going to take a break. It makes me really sad because it's so cute. The sprayed edges. I have the second one, but you know, maybe this is one that's just good and I do unhaul it. I read the next one and then I unhaul that. I don't have to like hate them to unhaul it. It could just be, okay, I read it, was good, and that'd be it. So anyway, I'm gonna take a break. Bye. Hello. Hi. It's Friday. I did not read any more yesterday, so I'm still at the same spot. Like, oh, my fingernails are gross. Don't look. 1:30 something. 1:38. And I'm on the couch with a Bookie baby and my heating pad and some tea. So let's see if I just want to give it some more time to see. I just want to give it some more time, okay? Okay, great lighting from the window, and we're gonna have to deal with it. So I have made it to page 215 in this book, and I think it's just, I wanted to like this, and there are elements of it that I do, but although I only have like 115 more pages, I'm just like, it's not going to change this into like a 5-star, not even a 4. I'm really sad about this one again because it's very cute, sprayed edges, and I have the second one. Now I think I could still read the second one because obviously that's the second one. I could hope that her writing has improved and I could just skip to the end and read this. Like, here's the thing about this is like, so cozy fantasy is supposed to have very low stakes, and there are medium to highish stakes in here, but I still know from what has happened in the story that is going to be fine. I know that they're going to still be together, the couple, and they're going to make it through everything. So it's not like there's going to be something massive. And in the next one, it looks like they're off on a different adventure. So I still may give that one a try. But this, I think I'm gonna just unhaul it. I just wish that we really had more of a focus on the bookstore and the tea and the baked goods, and they are in the story. But there's all of these other things happen, like the one, her name is Raina. She ran away, abandoned her duty as a Queen's Guard, hence the treason part. And the other one, I think is Kianth. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The nicknames they give each other are like Rain and Key, so I'm assuming that's Kianth, is a important mage who normally they're supposed to live in a certain area, but she's like, I'm moving over here with you, and she can be summoned, so if they need me, they'll summon me. So they both still have these things, like she has her duties if they summon her. And then Raina is, you know, basically on the run trying to hide in this small town. But of course, people are going to find her. There's already been some close calls. And there's also like these dragons that attack the town. Now, I think if we had just stayed with the dragon part, because there's a little mystery there about like why they keep attacking the certain area, I mean, I don't know if that would still be low stakes, but like having all 3 of the things going on is a lot more than I expected in something that was just supposed to be cozy, fantasy steeped with love. Again, like I said before, I wish there was just like detailed descriptions of the baked goods and the tea, like the tea sourcing, the tea making, the smells, the drinking of the tea. I also, of course, I went to read some 3-star and below reviews, and I saw some people who had very similar thoughts to me, that coming in to this book, they're already an established couple, and we don't get like, sure, they have these little disagreements, but by the end of it, it's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. There's no real like tension there. There's nothing that's like threatening to break them up. Not seriously, because like every time something comes up, you just see how quickly it's resolved. So anything that comes, you're like, they're going to be fine. The writing just doesn't lend to me, making me want to continue reading. Like, ooh, I'm worried, I'm intrigued, what's going to happen next? It's just very like, I'm just going to tell you all these things. There's not going to be little, you know, like, we're not getting anything from one character and being like, oh my gosh, she's hiding that from her partner. We're not getting that. It's just like, you ran off and you went to go play Save the World and that scared me. I did. I'm sorry. It's okay. I love you. Like, it's just very straightforward. And I know this was self-published, I believe, at first. It's definitely not the worst thing I've read, not the worst writing. I just hope that her writing has improved, has developed to more of a storytelling way that's like showing us things that are happening, showing us how serious their relationship is and like things they do for each other, and maybe something they're hiding from the other one, because that one, like, that in relationships and stories, that creates tension, right? When we're like, we know this thing and the other, their partner in this relationship doesn't know this thing. And then again, with all the different storylines, I'm like, and even with that, all those different storylines and the things that had created higher stakes, I still feel bored. And again, I think it's because her writing is not like, I'm like, okay, I know it's gonna come and they're gonna get through it. Like, I'm not worried, you know? So I'm very sad to say that this is gonna be a DNF and an unhaul for me. Obviously, I think a lot of people have enjoyed this. And so if you want like medium stakes fantasy, it's very cute. If you don't care so much about like a deep, well-written relationship, I think this could be something cute that people enjoy. Especially in my mood lately, I've been struggling to read. I already read way more than I normally would before I DNF something, and so I'm just not gonna push myself for another 115 pages just for this to be like maybe a 3-star. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not terrible. I definitely think there's an audience out there, but it's just not what I was hoping it was going to be, and definitely not what I need in this moment. So I'm gonna have to let this go. And I'm trying to think if I want to go right into the Drowning Deep. So I may take a break from this reading project at the moment, put in my headphones and listen to, it's almost 1 o'clock, damn. Listen to Oathbringer while I do a little cleaning and laundry. And then tonight when I do reading sprints, start into the Drowning Deep. So I wonder if anyone guessed correctly that this would be an unhaul. I'm really sad. I do think I'm still gonna try the other one though, because the publisher sent it to me and it's cute and it's orange sprayed edges. So all right, I'll see y'all back for an update once I start into the Drowning Deep. Hello, this might be crooked, unsure. Anyway, I started this. It is same day as my last update, except it's not like 8:30 or something. I'm doing Patreon sprints, but I've read the first 26 pages of Into the Drowning Deep, and so far so good. Obviously very early in, but I'm intrigued. It's interesting how it's broken up, because some of it we have like is basically a description of like some video footage, because basically this is like a crew went out to the Mariana Trench to film a mockumentary about mermaids. But they never came back, but they do have some footage. And so like part of it was a description of that footage, and I was like, oof. And then some of it was like a transcript from a lecture, somebody's post on, you know, a forum. And then some of it is from the perspective of a sister of somebody who was on that trip that didn't make it back. Nene, you wanna say hi? I'm sleeping. So anyway, yeah, that's just the first 26 pages. So I'm very intrigued and will keep reading, but I had to stop because I needed to make myself something to eat real quick. So obviously I have much to go. It could change, but I'm very, very intrigued to see where this will go. I don't know if I'll update you again tonight. Hopefully my next update, I'll be much further in. I don't know, halfway. This is about 400. Hold on. This is 438 pages. So I need to get to about 200. So I'll probably update you tomorrow, but yeah, I have high hopes. This update is gonna be short because I'm annoyed, and I won't even bother you with why I am. But I meant to update you last night. I didn't. It is Sunday, whatever day that is. It is Sunday, and I've reached page 156. Well, I reached this last night, and this is really good so far. So I think the first 30-ish pages are a really good setup, and then it does kind of slow down because there are different perspectives and people that we're following who are getting on this ship. And so we're getting kind of an introduction in the first 30 about what happened on this previous journey. like the media and the popular theory around it, and then we get into like the introduction of the different characters that are going to be going on the journey. And that part did slow down a little bit because you're just like kind of learning about them. Most of them are scientists, so you're learning like their kind of their field of study and a little bit about their background, so that kind of moves slow. But now they're out on this new mission, this new ship that is going out there to like see if this first mission was a complete hoax or like what happened. So now we're on the ship, so things are starting to happen. Like they're getting on the ship, they're meeting each other and, you know, interacting, getting samples and stuff. But like where I ended last night, and I only like the chapter ended at such a good place, but I'm like so excited to pick it back up because stuff was happening in this last chapter where it was like so yes, so far so good on this. I don't know why I felt like I would read this a lot faster, but I guess there's just more words on the page than I was anticipating. But I am enjoying it, so I'm going to keep going, and hopefully I'm not at the 50% mark. That's where I wanted to update you. But yesterday we were watching TV, and then today we're also going to continue because Andrew's never seen The Haunting of Hill House, and I'm rewatching it, so we're watching that. You know, those are like what, 50-minute to an hour-long episodes, so I don't know how much reading I'll get done today. But hopefully my next update will just be me telling you that I finished it and I loved it. Yeah, so hopefully that can be like by the end of Monday, maybe Tuesday at the latest. I can finish that, and then we can see if I have one unhaul and one keep, or, you know, there is still time for things to go downhill. So I guess technically I could come back and tell you I'm unhauling this one too. So anyway, there's my update. Okay, I thought this would be an update with me finishing this book. Things have taken a turn. This is too long. I want this to be finished. It is, I'm on page 292 out of like 440. Is it 440? 440-ish pages. We're dragging. Utterly terrifying. There are moments, but then it's so much other shit in between. I'm going to try my darndest to finish this, but I don't think this will be a keep. I'm more interested in finishing this than I was the Treason Without Tea, because like I want to see what happens. Like, do we have more people die? Hopefully. And how they wrap this up, but I don't think this will be one that I keep either. Wow. Hello, I'm here to conclude this video. I finished this book, so now to tell you if I am unhauling one or both of these books. Drum roll, please. I'm unhauling both. The other one is in the room. I'm not bothering to go get it, but that was Can't Spell Treason Without Tea and Into the Drowning Deep. Now, I've mostly spoken about Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. What a long name. And of course, I've gone on and read a lot of reviews, 3 stars and down, that really explain my feelings. I think I've already explained them here. But yeah, wow. I think the more that I think about it, the less I like that book. It makes me really, really upset and frustrated. Because it just wasn't good. It wasn't. And then this, I'm so mad because this started off promising. This has a really promising premise. Basically, this voyage sets off to film a mockumentary because they're like, mermaids aren't really real, and then nobody makes it back. And people are like, is it a hoax or did something really happen? Now they're sending out a second voyage to basically try to confirm that. And so this voyage has a bunch of mostly scientists, but obviously security people. And you've got some of the, like somebody who's in the pocket of the CEO there on the trip. Okay, so this starts off, right? We get like, it's broken up into different sections, and at the beginning of every one, it'll have like a little excerpt. Like this first one is from a forum post. And then there was a clip, like basically recounting some of the footage, like telling us what some of the footage looked like from the first voyage when they were attacked you know, but I say that because we don't know, like, did that actually happen? Did something else happen? And that was like, okay, this is setting this up to be really good. Then it kind of slowed down because we were kind of meeting all the different, not all of them, but different people who are going to be on the ship. We meet this professor, we meet three graduate students, we meet these two twins who are both deaf, and then their sister, and they're all scientists. So we meet these different people and learn about their background, what they're studying, why they're going to be on this voyage. One girl, her name is Victoria, her sister was on the original voyage that obviously didn't come back, so she has kind of like a vengeance thing tied to it. Okay, fine. I'm like, all right, we're just getting to know people, we're setting it up. Get on the ship. Finally, that took a while to get on the ship. They're sailing from California to the Mariana Trench, which is like far out in the Pacific. Finally, they get out there and stuff starts happening. And the first like instance of stuff started happening on the ship, so good. I was like, now I'm not a scientist, so I don't know all of the sciencey things. Like I know I was reading somebody's review and they were talking about how the science of some stuff didn't make sense. And for most of that goes above my head because I don't know most of the things. There's only one thing where I was like, I'm questioning if this is even possible. But that first scene was good. It set up some tension. I was like turning the page. I was like, oh my God. Like that, I was like, okay, this is about to be really good. And then it kept going and I was like, I feel like I've been reading for a while and I'm not through this. It's like 440 pages, which isn't super long. But I think for like this kind of story, it should have been shorter because we had a lot of lag in between the really tense, scary moments. And really that first one was the scariest one to me because the other ones were it was so drawn out. Like we'd be 50, 70 pages just in the heads of these different science people and them talking about sonar and all of this stuff. And it's like, I don't know how much research Mira/Shannon did for this and how accurate that is, but it's like I understand you setting it up for us to like understand that yes, these are scientists and they care about the research, but it was getting a little bogged down where I was like, okay girl, I don't care. Where are the mermaids? Is somebody gonna die? And then something like happened, I was like, oh, okay, we're amping back up now. And then it would be like nothing. Like it was just like a lull. And then you have, so it was like somebody dies or it is hurt or is threatened and then like a lull. And there would be moments where like, I'm like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? And the one professor would just be paragraphs of her just talking about, and I envision these lovely ladies of the sea and da-da-da, and cause humanity and what we've done and the Industrial Revolution, which to say, my favorite thing I think about this story, because it did not end up being the horror of it, the mermaid horror. The greatest horror of this novel is the discussion about humans and how we're the worst because we ruin everything, about how we and our technological advances have changed nature mostly for the worst, how we've impacted populations of fish and that's changing eating orders and things like that in the water, how we've changed the climate, how scientists will really be putting themselves and other people in terrible situations because they can. It always makes me think back to, Jurassic Park, was like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And obviously this is a book, but it's like, I'm not a scientist, but a lot of this stuff, I'm like, y'all are being really fucking stupid just because y'all want to study this thing. Like sometimes some things should remain unknown, okay? Y'all shouldn't have been going out here in the first place. Already a whole ship of people didn't make it back and now y'all going back. Nobody's using their noggin, y'all. It's supposed to be smart. It's supposed to be PhDs, it's supposed to be doctorate, MDs amongst you. Where are the brain cells? Nobody's thinking. Most of these people were white. Most, not all. So that to me was the most horrific part of the story. The mermaid part really was a letdown. At first it seemed like it was gonna be really good and like, you know, like nail biting, but it was entirely too long to really keep you on the edge of your seat. Then how I said it'd be like something like some dangers in a lull, some danger than a lull. Nigel looks crazy. Then we get to the end and it kind of just like ends so quickly, this like easy thing to solve it. It's like, I can't tell you, but I was just like, really, that's it? And then bam, there's the ending. And I think there's even like, did it say epilogue? And it was just two of the characters who ended up together, because also then part of the story where like, one of the characters, she is the one who's on this boat for vengeance for her sister, and she's been studying, trying to see basically how the mermaids communicate, blah, blah, blah. She's on this ship. The girl who basically replaced who her sister was from the original voyage, she's like the media person who's recording all this footage. She's like, I don't like her on principle because she's doing my sister's job. And then magically out of nowhere, they're like interested in each other. It just comes out of nowhere. It doesn't feel organic. And I'm like, okay, also I don't care that y'all are about to hook up right now when there's killer mermaids, okay? That's not the point of the story here. And there were this other couple that was on the boat. They're like poacher. I don't know if they were poachers, but they go and they do all this like hunting wild animals that, you know, so they're bordering on poachers because some of the stuff they talk about sounds like things that are extinct or are about to be extinct. Endangered, there you go. And they would, every time we'd be on their chapter talking about them and all their guns and darts and all of their stuff, and it'd be like, but they made room on the bed and they went at each other. And like, it's not described, but it's like, I don't care. We didn't need to know that. It just kept going back and flashing to people and telling us stuff. Like, talk about the story. Talk about them being, what's going on in the water. Like, what is happening? There was just, this was too long. This should have been like 300 pages max. And this was 140 pages too long. Really was a bummer. So I will also be unhauling this one. I'm glad now I know. I don't think this was utterly terrifying. Now, I already had a healthy fear of the ocean because I have sense, okay? I have sense and I'm black. This didn't increase it, but I still have a healthy fear of the ocean because again, I have sense. So I'm very disappointed, but you know, that's 2 books. This one I'm gonna donate. And I think I'll put A Treason Without Tea up on Pango, see if anyone will buy it. But yeah, so there's 2 books off my shelf and at least 2 books that I was very curious to read. So I'm glad that now I know. And so I will see what my patrons are gonna pick next, but let me know your thoughts if you've read either of these books, what you think about them. And that's gonna be it. So thanks for watching. Stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreen. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.